Back on Hittin Hard with Jon Chuckery here in Locked On Sports Atlanta. Head to youtube.com, put Locked On Sports Atlanta into your search browser. When you get there, hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment. We are also free and available on all of your favorite podcast platforms. Download us for free today, Spotify, Odyssey, whatever your favorites are. Leave us a 5-star review, and then follow me on my personal Twitter page at JMCH316. So we mentioned about the Braves winning last night, and part of what happened is Ronald Acuna came back and he hit a home run. All good. Here's what Ronnie had to say, though, when asked about his knee after the game. This comes from Dave O'Brien. Quote, "It's terrible. We're just going to play through it until the season's over," unquote. Okay, now we talked about this the other day, and I understand there's a lot of you, I was reading the comments, you're worried about all that kind of stuff. Why? Okay, all right. Couple of things that you better get your head wrapped around, okay? Number one is, they ain't winning a World Series without Ronnie this year, okay? There isn't that lightning in a bottle that Rosario and Soler and those guys have given this team this year, right? They ain't just the miracle Braves or whatever like that. And remember, at this time last year, the Braves were already 4 and 5 games up in first place in the division. Are they in first place now? No, they're still trying to catch everybody. So they're not going to win this thing without Ronnie. And right now, their outfield production, let's be honest, Rosario's a $195 hitter right now. And Ronnie had to DH last night. And guess what they don't want to do? Play Ozuna. So right now, and I understand today, tomorrow, whatever, the rosters expand here as we're in the first part of September. They'll be able to add a couple more guys in this than the other. And they picked up Grossman, and he's done some good things. But you better hope Ronnie's knee holds up. And I'll still go back and say, I'm not opposed to the idea that if you need to look, you've got, again, look at the schedule. It's the Rockies, the Marlins, and Oakland here in this stretch. And then you've got the Mariners, which is a tough series. I get all that. But remember, when you start talking, just DH him. I get that. Now you take the bat out of Contreras' hands. Now you shorten the depth of your lineup, because that means you have to play the Grossmans and the Rosarios and guys like that, not your best players. And to give you an idea about, look, there's no doubt that Ronnie is the straw that stirs the drink for the Braves lineup, right? The Braves are now 63-29 when he plays. They are 17-22 when he doesn't play. So I understand full well how important he is. And my thing is thinking the long game and not the Marlins and the Oakland A's. My thing is thinking about what the long game and trying to win the World Series again is. I'm not saying he's going to go out there and tear up his knee again or this, that, and the other. But him saying that he feels terrible is not inspiring confidence in him to be able to go run around, create havoc, and play through it all. Yeah, they can shoot it up, jack me up, roll me down the highway, right? They can stick your needle in there, and they can do this, and they can anti-inflammatory it, and this, that, and the other. And they can stick them in a cryo chamber, put them in a hyperbaric. They can do a lot of different things. I would just like to see him take some rest, take some pressure off it, especially with the way the schedule's played out, with the godforsaken Rockies, who have 20 wins on the road. Kyle Wright just won his 17th game in this season. The Rockies have only won 20 times on the road the whole year. The Marlins are a disgrace to baseball. The Oakland A's are playing with a $25 million payroll right now. They're a disgrace to baseball. You have plenty of those kinds of series to let him rest. When your player is telling you that it feels terrible, I give him credit. I know he wants to be out there, and I understand what he means and stuff like that. Oh, but Chuckery, the doctors are monitoring and all that. Sometimes you have to save guys from themselves, though. We've seen this before in sports. You have to save guys from themselves at times. I want Ronnie to be healthy and havoc come playoff time. Watch Ronnie. Watch him. Use your eyeballs. You guys love the eye test. Use your eyeballs. Does he look like a guy that's enjoying and having fun, trying to trot around the bases and do things like that right now? He's not. And 10 days isn't the difference between the Braves win the championship or not win the championship. It's about trying to get him healthy and take pressure off it and let him rest for a while. We'll talk more about this in just a second. But first, my friends over at coffeeam.com. Listen, the best small batch coffee roaster in America. I drink their coffee every single morning. I just literally opened up a new bag of their coffee today that I'm trying. Fantastic stuff. You know how much I love these folks. They're right here in the state of Georgia. They're up in the Canton area. Listen, go to coffeeam.com. And what I want you to do is type in coffeeam.com/lockedon, LOCKEDON. When you get there, go through their extensive menu of coffees, teas, gift sets. Check out all the different product lines. You need organic coffee. You need flavored coffee. You need K-Cups. All of that is available to you at coffeeam.com. So when you go to coffeeam.com/lockedon, search through their menu of all their different products. When you put that first order together and you hit the checkout, okay, I want you to put the coupon code LOCKEDON, LOCKEDON. Put that coupon code in. Save yourself 15% off. 15% off by using the coupon code Locked On at checkout. Coffeeam.com, the best small batch coffee roaster in America. So, look, I understand. They're going to, we'll see if he plays today, right? We'll see if he plays today, what the thing is. Again, he missed 4 days of action. So you talk about a 10-day IL. He missed almost half the time for one of those things. You're going to have to treat him with kid gloves. You just are. And because he's fighting through it, and I get all of that. And obviously Snitker and everybody's going to watch and monitor and things like that. And he probably won't be full tilt boogie until we get to the offseason and he has an extended period of layoff time. But I'd rather have him have little blips and bloops of time off right now when I play these godforsaken franchises. The Marlins are dreadful. The A's are dreadful. The Rockies are dreadful. I want to have him healthy so that when they play the Mets or when they get to, want to make sure he's ready to go. Oh, but the doctors and all that. That doesn't mean anything. He just missed 4 days. He just missed 4 days of time. So again, it's about the long haul. It's about getting him healthy and ready to go. And when he tells you how bad it feels, you can watch him out there on the field. You see him out the field. Everybody wants Vaughn Grissom to just run out to the outfield and go play. Well, why don't you trot him out there now? Why didn't your manager do that now? Why you got a guy hurt? Put Rosario in right or Grossman in right and put Vaughn out there in left if you guys are so amped up by all this kind of stuff, right? Because it's beer league softball. It's like you and your buddies playing in Decatur on Saturday. Beers, wings, and burgers. I played third. Vinny played third base in game 1. He'll go out and play left field in game 2. No big deal. But anyway, I just want to make sure that he's healthy and ready to go. Because if you miss a week or two in the postseason, you're done. Your season's over at that point. And you know what else you don't see in the postseason? Most importantly, you don't see the godforsaken Colorado Rockies. You don't see the scuzzbag Miami Marlins. You don't see the dirt scum, pond scum, muck and mire Oakland A's come playoff time. You get Scherzer, DeGrom, Kershaw, Musgrove, Darvish, Blake Snell, Wainwright. That's who you get when it comes playoff time. And I need him healthy and ready to go. So, look, they'll trot him out as they need to. But I'd much rather see them just take some time, give him some rest, and just work on it in stretches rather than a day here and a day there. We'll see what happens. He says he feels terrible. That's good news, right? When we come back, one Falcon player who Pro Football Focus has said has certainly earned more playing time. We'll talk about that next. Hittin' Hard with Jon Chuckery, Locked on Sports Atlanta.